Thorndyke is imprisoned?
Cradle of Time?
As I thought.
Consider the vestiges and E-factor contamination events that occurred in recent days. They can be thought of as fluctuations that emerged in response to the prospect of the Cradle's destruction. You might even call them aftershocks from the past and future, so to speak, albeit ones incapable of interfering with our designs.
What in the hell are you getting at?
It's just as that apostle. Or rather, as Melchior told us in Anchorville.
That it could all be spun as protecting Zemuria, you mean?
From destruction by entropy, from catastrophes on the scale of the Great Collapse. And this protection is made possible by means of a of a safety device. It's a force more relentless than the sealed space or the vanished mirage. And more absolute than the steel wrought from fire and earth's fateful clash. Yet, there are those who do not believe that to be so. One such person being this country's president, Roy Gramhart. Evidently, his plan is well laid. Even the head of the society is willing to let it run its course, I hear.
Well now, I'm not sure whether to feel honored or ashamed receiving recognition from someone even a terrorist would call deviant. But my, how time flies. To think that this is already 3 years in the making.
More specifically, it was immediately following President Gramhart's electoral victory 3 years ago that Project Leviathan began. Its primary objective, put simply, is the destruction of the entity barring the world of Zemuria from its future. At the time, it was still 1 month prior to the Battle of Jormungand. The plan was shared only with Air Force General Haring and a select few members of the CID. Though initially received with partial skepticism, preparations and inquiries continued in secret behind the war's curtain. From there, be it the truth of what the Institute had disguised as outer space, Marduk's classified data, or intel from the Church, society, and so on, evidence that substantiates the President's hypothesis began steadily amassing.
Said hypothesis is that within that false outer space lies one of the septarians bestowed by the goddess. That the treasure itself is keeping this world we call Zemuria sealed away while influencing the thoughts of those who live here. And last but not least, that it is evaluating this world by unknown criteria, then rewinding to the start of the same 1200-year cycle.
Bullshit. No way that holds water.
Yet all these factions, from the Church to the Society, they're acting on the premise that this will happen?
Perhaps this is the Church's eschaton and the Society's eternal recurrence, as well as the Heaven's Turn the Sword Hermit mentioned.
Whether it's real is another question, but all those terms definitely seem to be pointing toward the same thing.
Well, Ikaruga's the one working with them. How have you not heard this stuff by now?
Like I said before, even we were only let in on a fraction of the project, but the Heaven's Turn does come up in an Ikarugan folktale. In order to prevent it, we accepted their contract. That's the difference between us and those who know the crux of things, like Marduk. And I do mean both of you.
Aptly discerned.
The jig is up, General Manager. Your little voyeurism got caught in the act.
Tut-tut. I prefer to think of myself more as an observer, thank you very much.
Mr. Thorndyke.
Miss Twinings, I trust your temporary assignment is going smoothly. Do feel at liberty to continue it without reservation. Now then, if you will permit me to elaborate. Marduk has indeed been aware of and speculating over this for some time now. I refer, of course, to the spatio-temporal rollback induced by the Septarian of Time, the Grand Reset. To dispel some mystique, our risk management AI was originally devised in aims of forestalling this very event. However, from Liberl to Crossbell to Erebonia, such incidents as the Retributive Tower were followed by accelerated increases in the possibility of its occurrence. Yet, curiously enough, its likelihood seemed to lessen for a time during the Battle of Jormungand against the Empire. Ascendancy over Zemuria and the subjugation of its people under the reign of the Septarian of Steel. Rather ironic that this undesirable aim actually led to the process of rewinding the world, what we call the Grand Reset, being deferred. Incidentally, as has been pointed out, the Church and the Society have been working independently to address this eventuality. However, there are others who you could say have taken preparatory measures of a more concrete persuasion. Professor Epstein, for instance, progenitor of Orbal civilization and creator of the Genesis. As well as his disciple, Professor Latoya Hamilton, who created remarkable substitutes for those same devices. And let us not forget the inaugural Grimcat, Madame Dominique Lanster, or Lilia Claudel, formerly Epstein. Perhaps one might even count President Graham Hart's departed wife Sophie and daughter Agnes among them.
Thank you, Mr. Thorndyke. But I believe that's quite enough supplementary exposition.
Forgive me. It would seem I have overstepped my bounds.
Whether it's the Church, the Society, or Professors Epstein or Hamilton, we understand that their plans to address this crisis are based on the assumption that it's inevitable. But as the President of the Republic of Calvert, the foremost country in Zemuria, I cannot quietly sit and accept that. Having decided that, I went ahead with my own plans, which at this moment are near completion.
If I may interrupt, these plans naturally involve some level of risk, no?
But of course, I have no intention of denying that. Our target is currently in a state of pre-activational dormancy in outer space, far above Calvardian skies. We predict it will react to our attack with some kind of defense mechanism, albeit nothing too much for Major Amelia's assault frame and expertise. Even if it were to launch an assault on the surface, our air fleets and armored aviation division should be up to the task.
Additionally, out of consideration for casualties outside the Republic, we have already notified all other foreign administrations covertly. Marduk's risk management AI assessment currently places the odds at 7-2 in Calvert's, and by extension, the entire human race's favor. A 70% chance of project success against a 20% chance of failure, with the remaining 10% mathematically impossible to determine.
An unseemly shortcoming on our part, leaving even that much room for error is simply disgraceful. I believe a slightly more accurate figure could be derived, however, with some cooperation from the, shall we say, more conscious mayor.
You're the last person I want to hear talking about her like she's some kind of tool.
Still, isn't all that just the picture of arrogance? Even if the scales are slightly tipped our way, you're still betting the fate of all humanity on a high-stakes gamble. What right does the head of a single nation have to make such a far-reaching decision?
Even so, there's not much time remaining. If we do nothing, it appears the reset will still happen in late August of this year.
Precisely when the Sun, Moon, and Septian planets will be in conjunction. Such is also spoken of in Krugan folklore, though perhaps it was relayed to Hamilton's pupils as well.
Oh yeah, that was in the chants passed down by our people.
So the assignments Gran gave me, Essie, and Yang, they were all in anticipation of this?
That just leaves the question of how you even know about this. My money says it has something to do with Agnes's mom and grandma.
You'd win that wager. Each of them carried out their role as a successor to Professor Epstein's last wishes. Their reasoning for going through with it was noble. But still, I couldn't accept it. Hence why I called Agnes to the capital and kept her in confinement. Though, admittedly, temporarily borrowing the power of her inheritance over there was additional motivation.
While it isn't quite their intended application, they do appear to improve the AI's assessment accuracy. This seems an ideal arrangement for you as well, seeing as it prevents the young lady from using them recklessly.
Renee.
Gotta admit, this all seems way too big for one small-time odd jobber from Edith. Still, I've got 3 bones to pick here. First off, Agnes and the rest of us busted our asses finally getting those Genesis together. You using them after the fact without our say-so doesn't sit right. So we'll just be taking them back.
Yeah! What you're doing isn't any different from the Garden Master!
And having some grand cause, no matter how noble, doesn't earn you a free pass.
Second, Professor Hamilton, Ouroboros, and the Church might be fine playing the waiting game on your plans, but kicking back and letting it slide without cross-checking all the mind-blowers you've dropped ain't the way we roll. And since it sounds like my own baggage is involved, I'm gonna keep on nosing in till I'm good and satisfied.
Same here. I'll find out the facts, not just about what Gran's thinking, but this too.
As will I, on the Guild's behalf. Particularly when it impacts the future of each and every person on the continent.
That just leaves the third and most important point. We promised Humes a party for today's birthday girl. And that's non-negotiable. I'll really be in for it on the off chance I can't follow her request through. That 4-SPG rounds out the list of every reason we need to put a minor delay on your timeline. No biggie though, right? We're talking a manned flight into outer space here. A little setback or two just comes with the uncharted territory.
Rather than losing an opportunity, perhaps you could regard this as a chance to gain collaborators.
Yeah, given your approval rating, smoothing it over with the public would be a cinch.
You truly are an intriguing one, Spriggan. As are all your assistants. Part of me hoped that all these aggressive moves I've made would draw someone out. Someone who had a better way forward.
T-minus 6 minutes until launch, Mr. President. The final phase is on track to begin. Should you wish to order a non-emergency hold, please do so before the countdown reaches 0.
Boy, oh boy. Looks like things are really hitting the fan over there. We've all got jobs to take care of. So if you want to push ours back, it's no skin off my nose.
Mind your words now, Major.
I'm afraid we can't risk letting this chance slip. Kincaid, our Duke Security Division.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Our final contract must be fulfilled.
Oh, luminous flame.
Fully unleashing your namesake Hamseen from the outset, are we? And on more than just himself, it seems.
You really do know how to light a fire in me. And this high-performance blaster should stand in nicely for my needle gun.
You'll forgive us the apparent act of foul play, given our disparity in numbers. After so long away from the battlefield, I aim to savor every seething moment.
You're going down!
We'll surpass my brother, and the rest of you too!
When was it I last faced off against you two? The school sports day that one fall?
Yes. At the final buzzer, we ended up just a few points short.
But this time, it's us who are coming out ahead. Renee?
Guess I'll go along for the ride myself. There's no better way to see what lies down the road.
I accept your challenge, Divine Blade of Ruin. With that, prepare to be intercepted.
Boy, does Fate get a kick out of toying with me. Still, whatever it has in store, I'll see it through.
Mankind's future hinges on this moment. It includes even wretches like ourselves. We must give our all.
Cobalt Curtain, activate!
Our final bastion. Approach if you dare, Spriggan. Go ahead. See your convictions through. If you can. You better believe we will. Now let's do this!
Certain arts will prove more potent.
I suggest we strike now.
That's the worst you can do.
Time for a new look!
Get going, Dan!
That's the worst you can do.
Round them all up!
Attack me if you dare.
Round them all up! I'll lend a hand!
Here goes! Take this!
Alright, sharp field engaged!
I'll turn the tide. Pump yourself up.
Deploying shield.
Initiating drive.
Barbados, rain! Over.
I suggest we strike now.
Attack me if you dare.
Let's do this! Activating
My
Sharon
sincere
Stand!
thanks.
Allow me to help.
You won't break this. Stand and guard!
I will not lose, cousin. I'd stick my flames on it if it pains me to become a cobra. But at the moment, I am employed under Mr. Arclight.
Use every tool at your disposal, including the Divine Blade.
Much appreciated.
Hoping you won't hold back this time.
My watch.
Make it double! Eat this!
Reap what you sow!
Not on my watch.
Lending support.
Now, begone!
Reap what you sow!
No, you won't.
Such neat things. Does this hit the spot?
Reap what you sow!
Deploying shield.
Fire! Moving!
Reap what you sow!
Stop right there!
Got you!
Reap what you sow! No use!
That's far enough!
The time is right for a shard boost. Shall we tidy them up?
That's the worst you can do.
Initiating drive.
There!
Got to come!
Activating skill.
You're finally free from Armada. So why would you...
Putting aside being leashed by Marduk like this, it's not so bad getting to play on such a high-profile stage.
Whatever. All we need to do is just show him who's boss again.
Sprint shot! Reap what you sow!
Not on my watch.
May your very flesh be seared! Over and out! Safe of Suleiman!
Just say the word.
Make it count.
Use an art they're weak against.
That's the worst you can do.
VOC, activate!
Attack me if you dare.
Starting drive.
Let me chip in.
Up to you.
She's up!
There! Got to come!
Activating skill.
Not too shabby. Reminds me of back during Pandemonium.
Time for some payback!
No more games!
Round them all up!
Attack me if you dare.
May we proceed with caution.
Round them all up!
Keep your guard up.
Round them all up!
No half measure.
May we proceed with caution.
Ride the sound wave!
My sincere thanks.
Keep your guard up.
Round them all up!
No half measure.
Round them all up!
May we proceed with caution.
I'll lend a hand!
Here goes! Attack me!
What?
No escape!
I'll lend a hand!
Vengeance!
Much stronger than I expected. I'll have to redouble my aid to the hom scene.
Use an art they're weak
Time to
against.
close in. Attack me if you dare.
Make it count.
Time to close in. Attack me
Use
if
an
you
art
dare.
they're weak against. Use an
Make it
art
count.
they're weak against.
Time to close in.
I suggest we strike now.
Prepare! All or nothing! Cosmos! Howling ruin! Universal impact! Wide open! Think better of
Hope that worked off some of my debt.
Is that all you and your cohorts can do, Spriggan? Don't start getting cocky, Renee, because we're kicking your ass.
Time to close in.
With haste! Here I go! VOC, activate!
Make it count.
Attack me!
Initiating drive.
Have that!
Attack me if you dare.
I suggest we strike now.
Initiating drive.
Let me chip in.
Here we go! There!
I'll back you up!
I suggest we strike now.
Attack me if you dare.
Hunker down! Mirage Guard!
My
Much
sincere
appreciated.
thanks.
Make it count.
Time to close in.
I'll lend a hand!
Here goes! Time to win! Here comes!
Impressive. But one of the vestiges still got the better of me, didn't she?
No! I need to focus on getting on Ness back now.
Activating skill.
Renee, when we win this, you will tell us what your true motives are.
I know you like to keep your secrets, but we're gonna make you spill everything, Mr. Ex-Student Council President.
So naive. If you want to know the truth that badly, you'll have to win the right.
Maximum output!
Time to close in.
Certain arts will prove more potent.
This isn't over.
Certain arts will prove more potent.
There!
Got to come! Have some more!
Activating skill.
Such fervor. I can see you've honed your skills.
So you've outdone me. However,
I won't miss this chance. Ha! I suggest we strike now.
Initiating drive.
DLC, activate!
Stop right there!
Initiating drive.
All set. Darmon! Strike!
Reap what you sow!
No, you won't.
Starting drive.
Barbados, raid!
Reap what you sow!
There!
Got to come! Sucker!
Activating skill.
I go!
Now focus unleashed.
Make it count!
I suggest we strike now. Swiftly now! Turbo code! My sincere thanks.
Make it count!
I suggest we strike now.
Prepare!
Take better of
Just say the word. Please.
Now, begone!
Reap what you sow!
I won't hold back. Initiating drive.
Assisting!
I'm going!
I suggest we strike now.
Time to close in.
Swiftly now! Turbo code! My sincere thanks. I suggest we strike now.
Initiating drive.
There!
Got to come!
Activating skill.
DLC, activate!
Not on my watch.
Now, begone!
Reap what you sow!
Not on my watch.
Barbados, raid!
Reap what you sow!
Deploying shield.
All set. Sharmat! Strike!
Reap what you sow!
That's far enough!
I suggest we strike now.
Time to close in.
Transmitting code! Deploy!
Here to support!
Use an art they're weak against.
Time to close in.
Make it count!
DLC activate! Initiating drive.
Have that.
May we proceed?
Shark command, activate.
My sincere thanks.
No half measure.
Keep your guard up. I'll cover you!
Take this. All right, shark field engaged. Take this.
Here it comes. Radiant Sunray!
Take this.
Six.
I pushed this far against a roster like ours. Well done.
That's how it goes.
Oh, I'm sure I could do better.
Well fought. But you've seen nothing yet.
An even bigger boost?
So he's got more left to give? Color me impressed.
We can still keep up, though, as long as we do it together.
Yeah. If it's a throwdown he wants, then let's kick him to the curb and back!
Don't go forgetting who you are, Renee Kincaid. You'd always have a scheme brewing for every situation. So what's our prick of a student council prez doing rolling over on someone else's command? You ain't off the hook either, Roy Gramhart. The reason you scheduled the launch for today was so it'd line up with Agnes's birthday, wasn't it? If that ain't the mark of a doting dad, I don't know what is. This whole project's about putting your daughter before everyone else, right? Then why didn't you tell her a damn thing about it? Only family you two got is each other. Is it that hard to just lay your cards on the table?
It's not too late. The both of you can still talk this over. And as far as you're concerned, Renee, I feel just the same as Van. The you that we know so well would never go to such lengths out of the goodness of his heart.
Rather unflattering words, those. That said, what do either of you truly know about me?
Counting down to liftoff. 20, 19, 18,
Unfortunately,
17, 16,
die has already been cast.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
With this,
6,
Project
5,
Leviton's final
4,
phase is
3,
now in motion.
1.
Training with Marduk and Ikaruga sure paid off. Just like they said. This is what happens when a human like me observes it.
Excalibur sensors temporarily obstructed. Exactly as we anticipated.
Initiating Zypha link with Prometheus 4. Prioritize satellite to Excalibur synchronization.
Have that spoofed footage at the ready, too. Conducting rapid deployment of plans A through F.
Major Amelia, do you read? Major Amelia Haring, please respond.
This is Major Amelia Haring of the Aerospace Force, patching in from the Excalibur. Current altitude is 25,000 Selge. I've just about breached the atmosphere. Take a look at this. At the place we've been trapped this whole time. There's no sign of the spangled night skies visible from the surface. Not even the sun, moon, or Septian planets. I know we called this beforehand, but you have to wonder where Adios went. So that's all of Zemuria down there. Good thing it's actually real. If even that wound up being a lie, I might have lost it for real.
Video feed is back online. The rocket has made it to outer space in one piece. This marks a triumphant feat in human history. But how's Major Amelia holding up?
Land sakes alive. You gotta be kidding.
Young? What's going on?
This is well within the scope of our predictions. The world, by some contrivance or another, is closed away. That is but a tiny fragment of the many truths our mentor, Professor Hamilton, has been concealing from her students this entire time.
So that's what's beyond the canopy. The truth of the world. Could be that those other versions of us saw the same thing.
Ah, that reminds me. Miss Latoya provided me with a little something.
This is the lead Dingo was chasing? One beyond even Elysium's reach.
To everyone with a hand in Project Leviathan, to the crew of Arkwright Solutions, and to all other players with access to this feed, instead of the fake footage being fed to the public. If our world, at the least, is no lie, then we just need to do the jobs we've been given. I'm sure you've all got your own takes on this, but for now, watch on till it's all said and done. Coordinate 0 located. Proceeding to the plan's final phase. Now, off we go, Excalibur. Let's force open the way to our future!
It seems Major Amelia is safe and sound. The first ever manned spaceflight is now underway. And with an extra surprise, we have an all-new assault frame.
This just in. That model has been officially designated the Excalibur. Curiosity abounds over its development, but for now, let's just bask in the sheer magic of this moment.
Son of a bitch. As if stuff wasn't batshit crazy enough.
It's astonishing how meticulously this was plotted, right down to falsifying footage in real time.
Is it just me, or does its acceleration have more juice now than it did back when I was coaching her?
As it happens, Professor Cronkite made some adjustments to improve the output efficiency of its boosters yesterday.
Oh, of course, you two were already in the know.
So then, everything over here is for real?
If the sun and stars were never actually there, then what exactly have we been looking at? As much as I dread the thought, could it be like the far ends of the ocean that borders our continent?
However far one travels across its waves, they never seem to end. To this day, the region defies scientific understanding.
If nothing else, we can rest assured that Zemuria itself does indeed exist.
Even then, wouldn't this mean that some force has been presenting us humans with a false sky since the start of recorded history? It was only once Hermes saw it with her own eyes that undoctored footage could finally be obtained.
That's about the size of it, yeah. And by the look of things, you're sticking to a strict no average Joe needs to know policy.
That goes without saying. Disclosing this would only plunge all of Calvert, all of mankind even, into panic.
In that sense, Professor Hamilton's painstaking discretion was, without a doubt, also in humanity's interests. Nevertheless, I intend to inform the public in some way, shape, or form after our task is accomplished. That is to say, once this project succeeds in putting a god to the sword.
I've made it to a point 100 celled in front of Coordinate 0. Distortion confirmed, as predicted.
All sensor functions released. Initiating processing via Prometheus 4. Initiating synchronization with pilot via Zyphalink. Whether or not it exists, human eyes will decide. Hearing those words the first time left me baffled. But now, I get exactly what they meant. Nothing could make it any clearer than this.
Initializing final judgment process on concluding stages of Grand Reset Cycle 19,999. Human race confirmed to have achieved the technology to escape the atmosphere. Scanning compiled surface observation data and converting to scene value. Expediting activation of Grand Reset Cycle 20,000, originally scheduled for 1,080 hours from present. New estimate, 45 minutes and 25 seconds. Interception sequence engaged.
Let the final phase of Project Leviathan commence! Our objective? Rendering Leguiarn's chest, the Septarian of Time, fully inoperable!
Yes, sir, Mr. President!
Final phase is a go. Excalibur AX. Begin attack on target. Launch Answerers 1 through 8 and order all air fleets and divisions to stand by. Hostiles are descending.
Right away, General!
Launching Independence Answerers 1 through 8.
Air Fleets 1 through 5. Armored Aviation Divisions. Prepare for a high-altitude invasion.
Engaging target with full demi-answer volume. All demi-answers met their marks. Target structure now partially exposed.
There it is.
Revealed at last.
Hold on a sec. Before we get to that silvery thing.
Those missiles just now. Were they nuclear weapons?
I was entreated to develop an execution sequence that would allow for their detonation without the Sword of Divine Darkness. The result? An implosive lens that is only triggerable in airless and weightless environments.
There couldn't have been a more ideal specification to complement our plans, time constraints notwithstanding. They cannot be used terrestrially, a fact with which we intend to assuage any misgivings from foreign nations.
The absolute gall.
You assholes been making those city-wiping bombs behind everyone's backs?
Moreover, I suspect the ones on that screen are of another class entirely.
They're nearly 10 times as large, with a payload of approximately 1,000 times the power. Per their request, a total of 24 were completed, all of which are expected to launch in succession as required.
Young?
Damn it all! I knew something about the specs felt screwy.
Whatever it takes, right or wrong. That's their attitude in a nutshell.
Even so, it seems the adversary doesn't intend to go down without a fight.
They're after the Excalibur! And heading down to the surface, too?
This is the scenario we've been accounting for. The purpose behind the Zypher conformant control systems and assault frame simulations.
We'll be backing you up from here, so show us the fruits of all your training, Major.
No sweat. I'll buy just enough time for the rest of our swords to arrive. You, Qasim, and the Empire's heroes have been real troopers for me. Can't just let that debt go unpaid.
Huh. Get a load of that.
What in the world?
This is a mock exercise zone. Evacuate to safety at once.
The endless sea of stars. It makes me feel like a comet. I can see all of Zemuria. Just from the goddess herself.
Deploying wide-range shards! Look out! Amelia Horing's coming your way! Here we go, Excalibur. Onwards, to a frontier no one has seen before.
Hurdle, Garuda flight!
Activating boost! Activating boost! Don't even bother! Yeah. Fire! Don't even bother! You're done! Yeah. Fire!
Ready for me?
Activating boost! Don't even bother! You're done! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Burn to ash, Crimson Storm! Guardians of the Chest would be tough. But I don't want to waste time with you, small fry.
Hurdle, Garuda, fight!
Don't even bother! Fire! Yeah! Yes! Activating boost! Something for ya! You're done! This is it! Yeah! Fire!
Hurdle, Garuda, fight!
Something for ya! You're done! Yeah! Yeah! Fire! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Hurdle, Garuda, fight!
Activating boost! Fire! Fire! Yeah! Fire! Yeah! Fire! Keep going, Excalibur. We're breaking through this false sky, and we're doing it at full throttle!
Hurdle, Garuda, fight!
This is the Prometheus 4 Control Hollow. Answerers 1 through 8 are breaching the atmosphere and arriving in sequence. Guiding Answerers 1 and 2 toward Coordinate 0 with protective fields deployed.
Good! And do it full throttle! Direct hit! Continuing with lock-on guidance! About time we saw humanity's shackles for what they are!
Unexpected large-scale thermonuclear attack confirmed. Damage rate 1.12%. Increasing scene value. 23 minutes and 55 seconds to grand reset. Resuming interception sequence.
One of the goddess's 7 treasures. The Septerion which governs time. Leghorn's chest.
I'd call it more of a box, but sure.
Leghorn. So that's the Septerion he was talking about earlier. The same as those that arose in Liberl, Crossbell, and Erebonia.
Indeed. Except this one is far more enigmatic, to the point where even the Church had drawn a veil over its name. For many long years, as with the devils written about in the Book of Ezra, the sole mention you will find of it lies in a volume of the Apocrypha, the Hidden Book of Arict.
And it's stated there that the only weapon that can destroy the chest, cradle and prison of humanity, is a blade by the name of Leviathan.
Therein lies the connection.
They're actually working.
Though, by the same token, even the force of 1,000 nuclear devices as we've known them can't take it down in a single shot.
So this is how you aim to kill a god. Through swords forged by human wisdom.
Correct. A brazen claim to make, yes. We may just manage to pull it off.
Answerers 7 and 8, locked on! This'll end it. Now go under!
All sensors restored. Beginning analysis. Marduk Risk Management AI Assessment. Leghorn, the Septerion of Time, fully inoperable. Project Leviathan. Mission complete.
Woohoo! Eat that! Score one for humankind!
Now, we can face tomorrow the way we ought to.
Well done, Melia.
At last, it's finished. With this, Agnes, Sophie, and Lilia.
Hermes! Look out!
That's...
No! On your right!
What is that thing?
Zoa Gilstein!
No. Merely a look-alike.
Error raised in Marduk's risk management AI. Anomalies detected in extended observation devices. Failure to remove immediately may result in
Interception complete. Resuming processing. 15 minutes and 2 seconds to grand reset.
Don't falter! Pinpoint the Excalibur, quickly!
It's no use. We lost track the moment it re-entered the atmosphere.
In addition, all those mobile weapons that came down are suddenly on the retreat!
So the day is saved?
Nothing is saved. They just don't have to bother with us anymore.
Our accuracy plummets without the Excalibur, but we have no other choice. Commence secondary assault! Fire answerers 9 through 24!
Was that the same machine that was behind the Retributive Tower incident?
No. The shape's different. But it still feels exactly like the real deal.
Major Amelia. One moment of weakness was all it took.
But the direction she's falling...
It's to the northwest. Over by...
And so the curtain falls.
Nadia!
Shit! We'll have to bank on our stigmas!
What happened?
Was that whole thing just some hallucination?
Sadly, I do believe this is reality.
Yet at the same time, a great deal more outlandish than any dream.
When did...
Is this not the statue that once stood on the outskirts of Kray?
Even after being melted into a single mass, there's no mistaking the frame.
It bears a striking resemblance to the assault frame, Excalibur.
This is the same thing we recovered 10 years ago. All this time, that's what it really was?
Yes. It, along with myriad artifacts, are evidence this current loop has already failed. What happens now is up to her.